from Jersey, proudly. I grew up about 15 miles from here in North Jersey. And my parents grew up about 5 miles from where they raised us. And my brother is raising his kids about 10 miles from where we grew up. So lots of Jersey. We were a tight-knit family of 4. But in 2022, we lost my father. And it sucked. But what sucked the most was because of the pandemic. He didn't get a good send-off. You know, this is a guy who would have liked a damn party in his honor. Like a Jewish-Italian wake, if we can make that a thing. Where everyone could partake of a plate full of noodle kugel with a side of meatballs. And we could tell stories about him. Like the time he was driving through the desert and he was going so fast that he had no idea the cops were chasing him until he stopped for lunch. And they caught up to him when he was leaving. Or about how he always had a shrimp ring on hand, like a fresh one in the fridge, and then a frozen one in the freezer, in case someone stopped by and he could convince them to stay for a nosh and a chat. And then there was this one time, I told him, hey Dad, I'm going out to brunch with some friends. He's like, have a good time. About 10 minutes into the meal, he bellies up to the table going, well, what are we all having? And that was him. He loved his friends, he loved his family, and he especially loved where he came from. A boy went back to Sicily because he missed the scenery, the native dances and the charming songs. But wait a minute, something's wrong. Who day and night must scramble for a living, of his wife and children say his daily prayers. He got it, has the right as master of the house to get the final word at home. Yeah, right. Hey, mambo Italiano. Hey, mambo Italiano. Go, go, go. You mixed up Siciliano. Now, my dad was literally a mixed up Siciliano. Now, what do I mean? Well, in Jersey, he was known as a pizza bagel. This was because his mom was an Italian Catholic and his dad was a Romanian Ukrainian Jew. Say that 10 times fast. And me? I was confused. I mean, Italian and Yiddish words were just thrown around all the time with no meaning, no explanation. So one day I'm being called dozy pots, and the next day mashuga na cup. And just so you know, they mean the same damn thing. Or what about the time I said bafangul to a teacher? I didn't know what it meant. And I got sent to the principal's office. I felt like such a schmuck. Hey Nana, come and dance the tarantella. But Bobby says dance the hora, practice your Torah. Mozzarella on your bagel, manischewitz on the tip. And 3, I worship Santa Claus. And 10, a dreidel maid. They say I have to pick a side. How about agnostic? Agnostic, no. Tradition. Now, we had a lot of traditions in our house, but you could probably imagine they were all weird. Like our yearly Hanukkah bush. Or our very special recipe for matzo ball soup, completely covered in Parmesan cheese. But my favorites were when Easter and Passover overlapped, or Eastover as Dad used to call it. That is is when my plastic eggs were filled with gel coins and my ham sandwich was served on matzah. And who does Nana teach to stuff and cook the lids? Swapping out the fruit to cheese for manicotti bliss. Hey mambo, Italiano. Hey mambo, Italiano. Ho, ho, ho. You mixed up a pizza bagel. It's so confusing. It's a why I started boozing. Mambo, tradizione. Oy vey. That's a nice.
Hey, Jen. Very funny, very funny. And coming from a fully Italian family, I can appreciate
They're not that different.
all of it. They're not that different. It's all about the food. It's really just all about the food. And, well, you know, I guess the guilt, but I didn't get that part, thankfully, because God knows there'd be enough to be guilty about. But, no, I love your personality. I love your voice. I like the way you put that together and put the two cultures together. That's really terrific. Because of the Italian and the Jewishness, the hands are all over the place.
Okay.
I get that. I think there's just a way to, when you make a gesture, really commit to it.
Sure.
You know, that will make it, that'll make it mean more, right?
Sure.
Right. Other than that, I think your personality on stage, your comfort is terrific. I think this is a great story. And I'm really glad you're in the contest. This is the kind of stuff we like to see. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're good. We're good. Thank you.